I flat out decided right then and there that I was gonna drop out. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Natalie. Today's video is on how I dropped out of college. So I just want to give a little bit of backstory. So I went to college for baking and pastry arts. I think in the United States they call it like community college, but in Canada we just call it college. University and college are different things. So college is more like for the trades and university is more like, I don't know, academic? I don't know. But yes, so I was in college for baking and pastry arts at the Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. I'm gonna rewind a little bit. When I was in high school, I was very much into culinary arts and baking and all that kind of stuff. I did competitions for baking. I was really serious about it, super passionate about baking. So I pretty much knew straight out of high school that I wanted to go into school for baking to further my education and to get better at what I love. I didn't even really think twice about it. I just applied for SAIT right away and got in, started going to school, and absolutely loved it. At this time, I also had a job in the industry. It was my second job in the industry. The first one I worked at was, that could be a whole story time in and of itself. It was absolutely hell. But the job that I had when I was going into school was as a cake decorator. I'm not gonna say which place it was at just for privacy's sake, but I was a cake decorator at this place and I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. So I was going to school, working in the industry, things were good. I was also dating Dason at the time. We weren't married yet. Things went on, continued to really enjoy school. Now this may seem super irrelevant, but at almost the end of my first year of college, I found out about a crazy condition that I had that affects my reproductive system. And it really scared me about like having kids and stuff. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get pregnant or carry a baby. So I know this seems super off topic, but I swear it comes together. But anyway, I found out about this, was really stressed about it. At that time, Dason and I were engaged, so you know, it was on our minds. You know, having kids was on our minds. I was honestly kind of depressed about the whole thing, really heartbroken about the thought of not being able to have kids in the future. Anyway, forget about that for now. We ended up getting married about a week after the last day of my first year of college. For those of you who don't know, I am a Christian, and at the time, like probably 3 weeks after we got married, I started feeling really strongly that I needed to stop preventing. This is starting to get really weird. If you clicked on this video about dropping out of college, it's now switching to sex and babies. I'm sorry. But anyway, this all ties together, I swear. I also knew at the time that my husband had a condition that could also affect our fertility and our ability to get pregnant, and we both knew that that was something that we really wanted to do at a young age. So we were feeling strongly that we just needed to let go, leave things in God's hands, and go about our lives. While I was really thinking about this, I was also laid off from my job at the bakery, which was quite heartbreaking. I had an internship set up with them, and then they didn't really end up sticking to their word. And I ended up getting laid off because there wasn't enough business for me to work the hours I needed to for my internship. So at that time, I was pretty much done working there, and I was really trying to find a new job at a new bakery because we really needed the money and I needed a place for an internship. So I got another job at this different cake decorating place. It's more of a franchise. Once again, I'm not gonna name names, but I really didn't like it there. I was not enjoying my time. The people there just weren't very nice, and I felt really out of place. Now, the whole system and the way they did things was very different from the way I did them, and I did not enjoy it. So I ended up quitting my job at this cake decorating place. 2 days. I worked there 2 days, but I knew that was not what I wanted to do. I did not like the environment, none of it. So I quit my job that day and really just started thinking like, I don't know if I like the industry. That one cake decorating place I liked because it was a new business and you know, it was really chill, really fun, and I was literally their first employee there, so it was just really chill. But I decided I really don't like the industry. I did not like working in the industry. And anyway, the night that I quit, I took a pregnancy test. Pregnant! She pregnant. So that was kind of crazy. I didn't know I was pregnant when I quit, but it was probably a good thing because there was a lot of heavy lifting in that job. And yeah, it was just a lot going on. But anyway, when I found out I was pregnant, it forced me to put a lot of thought into what I wanted to do with my life. So at the time, this was very beginning of July that I found out that I was pregnant. So according to my calculations, if I just got pregnant, my due date won't be until March. But the end of school typically ends like end of April. So obviously doing the second semester of my last year was not going to work. So I had the choice to go and complete my first semester, but because of the condition that I have, I decided that it probably wasn't a good idea. That money might end up going to waste because I would probably most likely end up having a high-risk pregnancy. So I flat out decided right then and there that I was gonna drop out. Even though I really enjoyed it, it just wasn't gonna work with being pregnant and everything. And after honestly a lot of thought about what I wanted to do with my life, I realized that that is not what I wanted to do. I didn't go back to school for that second year. Fast forward to now, I have a 7-month-old and I still have not gone back to school. Now, I've been giving this some thought lately and I do not think I'm gonna go back. This is because I don't like working in the industry. I love the thought of being a stay-at-home mom. I don't really want to go back to work and I don't see a point in going back to school for baking if I'm not going to use that in a career. And now I know that not everyone thinks that way. It's great to just go to school to learn, but that is not, we don't have the funds for that right now. And I just don't want to pour thousands and thousands of dollars into school if I'm not going to be taking what I learned into that field. So anyway, that didn't end up working out, but now I'm a stay-at-home mom, just enjoying life, living life. I'm also a resident manager at the apartment building we live in, so I'm still able to bring in some extra income, not a lot, but some. But at this point in my life now that Maven's starting to get a little bit older, I've been thinking about, you know, what I want to do with my future, if I want to go to school, if not, I don't know yet. If you guys have any recommendations on great courses to take as a stay-at-home mom or jobs that I could do from home, please let me know in the comments because I really would love some suggestions. But I just wanted to end off this video by saying, here's my advice. Don't go to school just to go to school. Don't go to school just for the little piece of paper you get at the end. Don't go to school because that's what's expected of you. Make sure that whatever you're going into is something that you want to do. Unless you have hundreds of thousands of dollars just sitting in your bank account waiting to be poured into education, maybe that's different. But if you're, you know, a little bit poor, you're young, you're trying to figure out your life, take a gap year. Try to figure out what you want to do before you end up investing a ton of money into something that's not going to work out for you. Anyway, that's pretty much all for this video. I just wanted to share my story about my college experience, my dropout experience, my pregnancy experience, and kind of just address the stigma about like dropping out of school and stuff. People seem to think it's such a horrible thing, but it doesn't have to be. Anyway, that's pretty much all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Anyway, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, click that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more content. Bye guys.